I'm here with Ruchika, Gupta, Truitt, the VP of Product at Esusu. Ruchika, I'm so excited to talk to you today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm a huge fan of Esusu. I'd love to hear more about your mission.
Our mission is to dismantle barriers to housing for working families. We have a vision that data can help us bridge the racial wealth gap in America. Today, there's 45 million Americans that are credit invisible, and that impacts people's everyday lives. It impacts their ability to get a car loan, a student loan, or potentially access to home ownership through a mortgage. And so we really want to focus on that particular problem. It really disproportionately impacts Black and Brown Americans in this country. To address that, we offer a suite of products and services focused on reporting rental payment history to credit bureaus. A lot of people don't realize that simply by doing the biggest payment that they usually make every single month, that they can actually impact their credit score or establish it for the first time. We're addressing that through a suite of products and services focused on rent reporting, rent relief, and we also offer a marketplace where we're bringing trusted resources to residents.
You said 45 million Americans are credit invisible? That's a staggering statistic. What are the common misconceptions about building a credit score?
One of the biggest misconceptions is that people need to take on more debt in order to build their credit histories. At Esusu, we're more focused on helping people do the things that they're already doing in their everyday lives, which is paying rent on time, and using that to help people build their credit scores, which then in turn enables them to access financial products or things that might help them in the future.
Talk to us a little bit more about how you tailor your products and services at Esusu to the communities that you serve.
It's really important to us to be able to offer this service to any of the renters in the properties that we partner with. And so with rent reporting, it's available to anyone in that particular property. We also offer a rent relief program for people who might be experiencing financial shock to be there for them in a time of need. They can access our rent relief, which is an interest-free and penalty-free loan that they can pay back over time at their own choosing. And anyone can access that program because we really believe that if you're in a time of need, you should be able to access resources so that you can become financially stable.
How do you measure impact? I would love to hear some stories.
We're really focused on measuring impact and using our data and insights to show that people are actually making improvements. So today we've impacted over 1 million renters in all 50 states. We also help renters see the impact to their own credit score. We're building out a platform that residents can go in and see just by making their on-time rental payments, what has that done to their credit score, and then offer them access to other resources and educational materials so that they can start to think about other ways to improve their score in addition to paying their rent on time.
This has been such a great conversation. I have one more question about financial inclusion. As the VP of Product at Esusu, what do you see next for the future?
For Esusu, I see this incredible opportunity to build off of what we've established so far, to be able to help people in their financial journey and really support them in their goals for their future. So we plan to build off of this foundation that we've established by providing trusted resources to residents and renters, offering them access to products and services that they might not have gotten otherwise, and hopefully eventually building towards helping individual renters establish home ownership if that's something that they like to do. Personally, I think there's a lot of opportunity for us to use the data that we've been gathering to help lenders and institutions see that it's not just one way to establish somebody's credit score. There's not just one way to prove that you're credit worthy, and there's all these other data points that are really valid in determining if we should lend to somebody or not. These simple actions are making a huge improvement in people's everyday lives. We've heard lots of stories about individual renters who've been able to establish a credit score for the very first time and then go on to access something like a car loan, or even go on to access something like a home mortgage and be able to move into a home after renting for many years. We love to hear those stories at Esusu, and that's what motivates us to keep doing what we're doing.
This has been amazing. I know I speak for everybody at Plaid when I say I cannot wait to help you reach more people. Thank you again for being here, Ruchika.